Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tosha. My name is Jenny, and we're going to be doing an intermediate vinyasa flow for vitality. So let's start seated and get centered. Close your eyes and relax your shoulders down your back. Press the sit bones towards the earth. Get the sense of being very grounded. And start to move into some deep belly breaths. So really softening the belly as you inhale. Long exhales. See if you can make your exhales just a little bit longer than your inhales. And begin to notice the effects of a regulated deep breath. So just starting to bring some more awareness into the breath and into your body, into your internal landscape. Scan your body for various sensations, where you feel tight, where you feel open. And just notice how you're landing on your mat this morning. And as always, what you need from this time that you're spending on your mat. Start to make your way towards your intention for your practice today. And take a few more breaths and grow your spine a little longer. And when you're ready, lift your arms up. Taking a big breath in, extend the fingers to the sky. Bring the hands together and down to your heart as you exhale. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, take the hands to the heart. So set your intention for your practice this morning. And perhaps setting an intention that can bleed out into the remainder of your day. Let the eyes open as you're ready. So we're going to shift onto our hands and knees, coming into a tabletop position, please. Take your hands directly under your shoulders and spread your fingers out. The creases of your wrists are parallel to the top of your mat. Your knees are right under your hips, and then we'll have the tops of the feet pressing down. And begin to circle your hips around your room and move with the breath. So as you inhale, you're drawing your heart out and forward, and as you exhale, you're pulling your hips back. Just starting to warm up your whole body. And be mindful of your knees. So if you do have any knee issues, you might want a blanket or a towel underneath them. Take your circles in the other direction, and let's do about 4 more. Keep tapping back into your breath, reconnecting over and over again. One more big circle here. And then come back to neutral. Realign your knees if they've moved, and take your hands a little wider. So a couple of your fingers might be off your mat. Bending the elbows deeply. Drop the chest down as you inhale. Move to your left or your right. And then exhale and round the back and work the abdominals there as you exhale. So you're pulling your belly in towards your spine. Move the chin towards the chest as well on the exhales. So you can really feel into your neck, your shoulders, your upper back. Take those circles in the other direction and do 3 more, please. Last one. And return to neutral. Bring your hands back under your shoulders And from here, move into cat and cow poses. Inhale, circle your shoulders way back. Open your heart, lift your tailbone. Exhale, round the back. Pull your belly in towards your spine and move the chin towards the chest. Let's do a couple more rounds. And notice how your spine is feeling today. Where are the tight spots? Where do you need to place your attention? Where do you need some opening and awakening? Just checking in as you begin to move here. One more round. Inhale and exhale. And then come back to neutral. Let's take our knees a little closer together. Extend your right leg back and reach the left hand forward. Your left thumb's turned up. So big breath here, and then as you exhale, round your back and pull your elbow and your knee inwards, trying not to let your toes touch your mat. Inhale to extend. Exhale to squeeze and round. 2 more, so 4 altogether. Move with your breath. Last one, inhale and exhale. Inhale, extend out. And then reach back and try and grab your foot. Bending your knee, reach for the inside, and then let the heart open up here. So you can move into as much of a heart opener as feels good for you. Do be very mindful of where your back is at since we're just getting warmed up. Take 2 or 3 more breaths. And then extend and kick one last time and exhale, hand and knee down to your mat. Switch sides. Left foot back, right hand forward. Pull your belly in towards your spine. Activate your leg. As you exhale, draw your elbow and your knee in, round your back and squeeze. Inhale to kick and extend through the fingertips. Exhale, round, hug inwards. 2 more times, moving on the breath. Again, try not to let your toes touch the floor. Keep your foot flexed. Last one. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, bend your knee. Reach back to catch your foot in your fingers. Lift the toes a little higher. Let the heart open up. You can gaze forward if you'd like to. Push down with your left hand so that you're not collapsing down. Opening. 2 more breaths. And then extend through the fingers, back through your heel, and release. Realign yourself in tabletop. Tuck the toes under. Inhale to open the heart, and then exhale to rise up into your first downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana. So there's pressure with your knuckles. Your thumbs and your index fingers are glued down. And then open up your shoulders away from your ears and relax your neck. Let your chest move towards your thighs. And then start to walk the feet out. Bending one knee at a time. Feel into the backs of your legs here. Stay connected to your breath. Abs are engaged. And it's as though your sit bones and your hips are reaching towards the back corner of your room. Take a few more breaths, opening up the entire back body. If you'd like, you can roll towards the inner and outer edges of your feet, shifting your hips over to the left and the right as your heels drop to the left and the right. Whatever feels good to you. A couple more breaths, just warming up, maybe pressing the heels a little closer to the floor. On an inhale, rise onto your tiptoes. Exhale to bend the knees very deeply and hold here in crouching cat. So we're keeping the abs strong. Your hips are way up high, but the knees are bending. Start to feel into your shoulders. Just like a cat about to spring here. Take 3 or 4 more big breaths, beginning to build some heat in the body. Last 2. And at the end of the next exhale, look to the top of the mat and walk or step all the way forward in between your hands, feet hip width apart. Lift yourself up halfway here. Place your hands on your shins. Exhale into a forward fold. Drop your chest down towards your thighs. And 2 more times there. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Last one, inhale. And deepen as you exhale. Grab a hold of your ankles and pull. Crown of the head is reaching downwards. Bring your hands behind you. Either interlace the fingers together or take a strap or a sock or a scarf in between the hands and reach your arms overhead. And surrender here. Feeling into the upper back and your shoulders. Just let go of your week. Let go of any challenges that you had. Just relax here. 2 more breaths. Remind yourself to let your practice be a refuge from the need to control. Let's start to bring the arms back around. Lift yourself up halfway. 1 more time. And now keep your right foot at the top of the mat and step your left foot to the end of the mat. We're going to rise into a high crescent lunge. Spread your toes out. Your right knee will be right over your ankle. Engage the abdominals and start to rise up to stand. Extend the fingers to the sky. Deep lunge here. You can maybe let your heart open up a little bit more. Engage the legs. Your left leg is also working hard. Take 1 more breath in, and then as you exhale, take your chest over your thigh and reach your fingers all the way back. Inhale, rise to stand again. Exhale, fold over your right leg. Fingertips reaching back and maybe even up towards the ceiling. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale, take the heart down. Bring your hands back. We'll interlace the fingers again. Pull the shoulder blades towards one another. Take your left heel down. Turn your left toes out slightly and rise back up to stand. So you're kind of in a warrior 1 position here. Take a big breath, opening the heart, and then bow down again and lift your arms overhead. So now we're going to be aiming the crown of the head towards the inner ankle. Arms going over just as we did a moment ago. Your chest is moving down towards the inner thigh. Give yourself 3 or 4 more breaths. Dropping in, starting to feel into your hip as well. Humble warrior. Last breath. And as you rise up to stand on an inhale, we'll come into warrior 2. Reach to the sky and then pivot on your back foot. Pivot on the left foot and let the arms open. Extend through your fingers, soften your gaze, and just maybe sink in a little bit deeper, starting to feel that burn in your right thigh. 3 more breaths. Deep breaths, and let the breath then move all the way up to your heart. 1 more. As you inhale, straighten your leg. Bring the hands up, palms together and down to the heart. As you exhale, bending the right knee again. Inhale, sweep the arms up, straighten your leg. Hands together and to the heart. Bend the right knee again. 1 more time. Inhale, reach to the sky. Hands together. Exhale, bend your knee. Extend the fingers back out into warrior 2 and reverse your warrior on the next inhale. On an exhale, cartwheel your hands down and step back into plank, please. Fire up your abdominals, your legs, your shoulders are moving back away from your ears. Hold for 3 breaths here. And if you need to modify, place your knees down on the mat. So if you have any low back issues, that would be helpful. One more inhale. On an exhale, lower all the way down with as much control as you can, chaturanga. Come all the way down to the mat and then lift up into cobra. So the tops of the feet press down, your thighs are pressing down, hands are under the shoulders. Use the muscles in the low back. Exhale, roll yourself back down. 2 more times to lift into cobra. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll down. And one more time, see if you can go just a little higher. And exhale, soften back down. Tuck your toes under, press back up into plank and all the way into downward dog. Take 2 resting breaths, pressing your heels down, opening the shoulders again, long spine. Inhale, rise up high onto your toes. Exhale, bend the knees again. Look towards the hands and step to the top of your mat. Take your feet hip width apart. Inhale, lift yourself up halfway, long spine. Exhale, deep forward fold. Let's take the right foot now to the end of the mat. Keep your left foot at the top of the mat. And rise up into your high crescent lunge. Inhale to stand. Take 1 big breath there, opening your heart, and then exhale. Draw your chest towards your thigh. Reach your fingers all the way back. Inhale, rise to stand. Find your strength here. Open. Exhale, reach down and back. Chest towards the thigh. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Take your hands together. Interlace the fingers. Rise back up. Drop your right heel down, turning your toes out at a 45-degree angle, and just puff up your chest here. And then bow down again. This time your chest goes to the inside of the thigh while your arms reach overhead. And the crown of the head is aiming for the inner ankle. Listen to the sound of your breath coming back into the moment. And see if your hands can go any farther. 2 more breaths. Humble warrior. Rise up to stand. Reach to the sky. Open yourself up into warrior 2. So you're turning on the right foot a little bit more. Right foot parallel to the end of the mat. Your left knee still directly over your ankle. Extend through your fingers. And fire up your legs. And you're starting to build some strength here. Feel that burn in the left thigh. And then we'll straighten the left leg out and reach to the sky. Bring your hands together. Exhale, bend your knee again as you bring the hands to the heart. 2 more of those. Inhale, reach up, straighten the left leg. Exhale, hands to heart center. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Extend the fingers out. Turn your left hand up. Reverse your warrior. And exhale, cartwheel the hands back down to the top of the mat. Step back into plank and hold for 3 breaths again. Squeeze tight in your center. Belly's pulling in towards the spine. On your next exhale, start to lower down chaturanga. Rise into either cobra or into upward dog. Open up the heart and exhale. Tuck the toes and press back. Downward dog. Inhale up high onto your tiptoes. Exhale to bend the knees. Look forward and step to your hands. Take your feet hip width apart. Inhale and lengthen the spine. Exhale, deep forward fold. And inhale to rise all the way up to stand, bringing the hands together and return them to the heart as you exhale. So press your thumbs against your chest, close your eyes, and take a moment to just find the breath as well as your heartbeat, getting grounded. Inhale, reach to the sky. Let your eyes softly open. Exhale, deep forward fold. Let your heart lead you down. Chest towards the thighs. Pull. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step back into plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. From down dog, lift your right leg up. Exhale, take your right knee over to your right elbow and bring your shoulders over your wrists. Squeeze here. Try not to sag towards the floor. Use the abs. Inhale to kick back again. Three-legged dog. Exhale, take your knee over to your left elbow. Maybe you can even touch. Inhale to kick. Exhale, right elbow. Squeeze. Inhale, kick. Exhale, left elbow. One more round. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale, kick back, and exhale. So we're going to try bringing the left leg through under the left arm. Reach your left arm up. Your left heel is now down. Sorry, the right foot is kicking through. Right foot kicks through. Left foot is down. Press the hips up. You're really working the right oblique muscles here. One more breath. And then start to bring the left hand back down and swing the right leg back through again. Kick all the way up. Step your right foot in between your hands. Bring the left knee down and rise into a low crescent lunge, reaching up. Bring the hands together into the heart as you exhale, sinking in a little deeper. Inhale, extend upwards. Exhale, hands to the heart. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Take your left elbow to the outside of your right knee and slide it down. And if you'd like, you can tuck your left toes under and lift your left knee off the mat, working a little harder. So it's your choice there. Moving into a deep twist, press your right hand into your left, trying to draw the thumbs towards the heart. If you'd like to work on binding, you can separate your arms, and you might be able to reach your right arm around your waist and take your left hand underneath to find the fingers. Take your gaze back if you can, and we'll hold for 3 or 4 more breaths, wringing out the spine as you twist. Last one. Start to unwind. Place your fingers right under your shoulders and begin to straighten your right leg out. So if your hamstring is one of your tight spots, you'll want blocks underneath your hands. Take your left foot a little closer and anchor your left heel down. Reach through the crown of the head, grow the spine a little longer, and then if you'd like to deepen here, take your chest down to your thigh. Close the eyes and drop in to strong sensations. 3 more breaths in pyramid. Wiggle your left toes back a little bit. Hands are under the shoulders. Extend your right leg through. From there, bend your knee and open your right hip up. Keep the shoulders squared as you do so. Now you can either stay in this hip opener or you can come into wild thing by starting to turn on the left foot while your right hand leaves the mat. You can bring your right toes down and be on the outer edge of the left foot, pushing your hips up. Let the head and the neck relax and open up your heart. 2 more breaths. Make sure you feel safe there, otherwise come on out. come back into downward dog carefully. And then either rest in down dog or flow, returning to plank as you inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Drop your shoulders there. Exhale back into downward dog. Take a deep breath in between sides. Settle your chest again towards the thighs, strong shoulders. And then inhale, extend the left foot up. Exhale, take your left knee to your elbow. Left side first. Squeeze. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, left knee to the right elbow. Inhale, kick back. Relax your neck there. Exhale to the left side. See if you can touch your elbow. Inhale, kick. And exhale to the right. Squeeze. One more time on each side. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale to the right. So you're taking your left foot under your right arm. Your back heel comes down. And then reach the right arm up. If you can, try and keep your foot off the floor. Work the left oblique muscles here, pushing up. Last 2 breaths. Find your strength here. And then take your right hand down and kick the left leg back again. Exhale to bring your foot to the top of the mat in between your hands. The right knee drops down now and then rise back up. Low crescent lunge. Hands together. Exhale, sink a little closer to your mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. One more time. And exhale. Take your hands to your heart. And now moving into the twist, take your elbow to the outside of your knee. And then push against it. Try and draw the thumbs a little closer to the heart. And if you'd like to try lifting your right knee now, tuck your toes under. You can separate your hands if you're working on binding today. Extend and open. Maybe bring the hands together, reaching your left hand around your waist while your right hand reaches underneath. The fingers can come together. Otherwise, just continue to press the hands together and see if you can take your gaze back over your shoulder. Keep the right leg active. 2 or 3 more breaths. Again, wring out the spine. Reach through the crown of the head. And then unwind. Hands under the shoulders. Begin to straighten the left leg out. And enjoy that release. Walk your right toes a little closer. Press your right heel down into the floor. Pull the belly in towards the spine and then lengthen your spine. Rest here. Tap back into your breath. Maybe draw your chest down to your thigh if you'd like to deepen. And take 3 more full-bodied breaths, please. Last one. Start to wiggle your right toes back, hands under the shoulders. Extend your left leg all the way through, bending your knee. Begin to open your hip up and either hold there and rest or begin to make your way into Wild Thing. Coming onto the outer edge of your right foot, the left toes are now off the mat. Reach your left arm back, press the hips up, and enjoy that opening of the heart again. 2 more breaths. And then make your way back around into downward dog or right into plank. And flow. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale back into downward dog. Rise up high onto the tiptoes. Exhale to bend the knees. Look at your hands and step to the top of the mat again. Lengthen the spine as you inhale, lifting up halfway. And exhale, forward fold. Rise all the way up to stand, reaching up, hands together, and exhale down to your heart. Close the eyes again. Take a couple resting breaths. Notice your energy, your physical body, your mental state, and your mood. Just checking in, becoming more aware of what is changing as a result of your yoga practice today. Take a big breath, let the eyes open, reach to the sky as you inhale. Exhale back into your forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step into plank and either take a vinyasa or go right into downward dog and rest for a moment. From downward dog, inhale and extend the right leg up. Exhale, step to the top of the mat in between the hands and return to warrior two, reaching your left arm all the way over. Rise to stand. Right knee's over the ankle. Reverse your warrior as you inhale, and then come into extended side angle as you exhale. So you can bring your elbow to your thigh. The left hand can either reach straight up or overhead. You might lift your ribs a tiny bit. And then you can deepen if you'd like to, reaching your right hand to the block or to the floor, or you can again work the bind today, reaching underneath with your right hand to find the left hand behind. Try and keep the heart open here. So rather than dropping the chest down, you're pulling your top shoulder back. Strong abdominals. And we'll hold here for about 5 more breaths. Again, tapping into your strength here. You can even sink a little deeper if you want to walk your left foot back more. 4 more breaths. Stay rooted through the left foot. The heart stays open. Last 2. And then rise back up to stand and exhale all the air out. Inhale to straighten your leg and move into triangle, reaching forward now, hinging at the hips. Take the right hand to the inner ankle or to your block. You might shorten the space in between your feet and turn your left toes in slightly. So check in with your body. So as you reach in opposite directions here, fire up the abs, press down with the feet, and then maybe turn the heart open and take your gaze up. Your gaze can go wherever it's most comfortable for your neck. You might even just let your head hang heavy if you feel like you need a stretch there. Take 4 more breaths. And if you're looking for a little more work, take both hands and reach out in front of your head. Squeeze in your center. Last 2. Separate your arms. Use the abdominals to lift yourself back up to stand and return to warrior 2 as you exhale. Inhale into exalted warrior. And exhale, again, take the vinyasa or go right into downward dog and rest. Move on the breath, lowering down through chaturanga as you exhale and then lifting up as you inhale into upward dog. Strong legs there as well. Tuck the toes under and press back. Downward dog. Take 3 breaths. Melt the chest towards the thighs. Strong shoulders. Inhale and raise your left leg. Exhale, step the left foot to the top of the mat in between the hands and rise up into warrior 2. Reach through the fingers. Your arms are lined up with your shoulders, left knee over your ankle, and then really press down through the outer edge of your right foot. Find a soft gaze out over the fingertips. And then turn the left palm up as you inhale. Reach up towards the sky. Your right hand can just rest on your leg. Open here. And then drop down into extended side angle. Bringing your elbow to your knee lightly, not a lot of weight there, or go deeper and reach your fingers to the block or to the mat. Stay open. If you're working on binding, bring your right hand behind you and take your left hand underneath and see if you can bring the hands together. And we'll take a few more breaths. Open heart. See if you can pull your shoulder back a little more, your right shoulder. Last 2 breaths. And rise up to stand. Exhale all the air out. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Reach forward, your right hip's pressing back as your left hand reaches down to the inner ankle, maybe resting it on a block. Take your right hand to the sky. If you feel like your feet are too far apart, walk your right foot a little closer and turn your toes in a little. And then work here in your center. So your abs are doing a lot of work. The inner left thigh is opening. Your heart can start to open. See what you want to do with your gaze and your neck. Checking in. And then if you want to work a little harder, take both hands and reach out in front of your head as if you're extending a beach ball. 3 more breaths. Separate the arms again. Use the abdominals to rise up. Exhale, bend your knee, warrior 2, and then come into exalted warrior again. Inhaling to reach to the sky. Exhale, take the hands all the way down, return to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, open the heart. Upward dog, and exhale, downward dog. Rise up high onto the tiptoes. Big breath there. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step to the hands, feet hip-width apart. Inhale, flatten out the back, long, smooth spine. Exhale, deep forward fold. Inhale to stand up tall. Reach up, hands together, and exhale to the heart. Press the thumbs against the chest. Deep breath. So let's take the feet a little wider. And we're going to bend the knees as if you're sitting down in a chair. Take your arms out at shoulder height, palms turned down. And then bring your left leg over your right. We're going to come into eagle here. Either drive your left foot back towards your right leg or even wrap your toes around. We'll bring the left arm underneath the right. Start to draw your forearms together and maybe walk the left fingers into the right palm. Lift your elbows a little higher. Keep the abs engaged. 3 or 4 more breaths. Soft gaze, strong legs. Notice how you feel. Notice where you're placing weight on your right foot. Thinking about the corners of your foot rooting down. 1 more breath, and we're going to release the leg, but keep the arms together. We're going to step back into a lunge. So undo the left leg and step your left toes back. Right knee is still right over the ankle. Lift the elbows a little higher, feeling that area behind your heart opening up. On the exhale, draw the elbows down and maybe sink a little deeper. Inhale, lift the elbows, lift your heart. Exhale, sink deeper, elbows down. 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Undo your arms as you inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, take your hands down, move through a vinyasa, stepping back into plank as you inhale, and exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Come up high onto the tiptoes, big breath. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step to your hands. Inhale, flat back, lengthen your spine. Exhale, deep forward fold. Inhale, rise up to stand. Hands together and to your heart. Take 2 breaths in between sides. Get grounded again through the feet. Take your feet a little wider than hip width. Bend your knees. Reach the fingers forward, palms turned down here to start. Take your right leg over your left, stacking the knees, and then either press the outer edge of your right foot against your left leg, your left calf, or reach around the back of the ankle with your toes, and then square the hips off. Take the arms out to the sides, right arm goes underneath. Bind the arms together. You can try and walk your right fingers up into the left hand and then engage the abdominals, which really helps with balance. Lift your elbows a little higher. Soften your gaze. And if you lose your balance, just be gentle with yourself. Be patient. And try it one more time. We'll take about 3 or 4 more breaths. Last 2. And we're going to keep the arms together, but undo the legs. Step your right toes back. So you're back in a lunge. And as you inhale, lift the elbows up and maybe open your chest a little more. Exhale, pull the elbows down, sink a little deeper. 2 more times. Inhale, rise up a little, lift the elbows. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, sink down. Inhale, reach to the sky, undo the arms. Exhale, take your hands down. Step back into plank and flow, or just move back into down dog and rest. Take 3 breaths in downward dog. Close your eyes. Relax your neck. Let go. Inhale up high onto the tiptoes. Exhale to bend the knees, look forward and step to your hands. One last time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to stand. Bring the arms up. Hands together and to your heart. Take a breath. So let's do one more balancing pose, and then we're going to start to make our way onto our backs. We'll come into tree and then practice toppling tree. So come to stand on your right foot, please. We're going to bring the left foot to the inner ankle or up to the inner calf or up to the inner thigh. Just avoid pressing against your knee. So you want to find your roots through your standing foot. Spread your toes out, press down, and then lift the heart. The abs are active. And you can keep your hands at your heart for a couple of breaths, or you can start to reach to the sky. Let your gaze be soft. Find one place where you can focus your eyes, your drishti. Start to reach up if you haven't yet. And then take the hands together and hook one thumb over the other so your hands are in prayer here above your head. We're going to turn the left knee forward, releasing the foot, and now start to kick back as you bow down, toppling tree. So your fingers are going to come a foot or 2 out in front of the toes, just your 3rd and 4th fingers, and they don't necessarily even need to touch down. Straighten both legs and really fire up your left leg. You're trying to reach the toes up a little higher. And you've got a nice diagonal line from your fingers all the way back to your toes. Doesn't matter how high your leg goes, but do find your limit, your edge. Let's take 2 more breaths. Maybe you can kick up a little higher. Maybe draw your arms up by your ears. Last one. And then bring the hands to the hips. Start to bend your right knee and rise to stand. Place the left foot back on the mat. Take a breath. Get recentered again. You can bring your hands to your heart. Inhale and exhale. And then we'll come to stand on the left foot for tree. Bring your right foot to your inner ankle or lift off the floor to the inner calf or your inner thigh. Do apply some pressure there. The corners of the left foot are gluing down. Bring the hands to prayer, Anjali Mudra at the heart. Activate the abs. Lift your heart up. And when you're ready, start to take the arms up again and reach to the sky. If you want more of a challenge, you can try looking upwards. 3 more breaths. And then take the hands together. Change the cross of the thumbs. So we're going to release the right foot now. And you want your leg to be active as you begin to kick back. So you're going deeper than Warrior 3. Lifting the toes higher and dropping the chest down more. Again, moving towards that diagonal line from the fingers to the toes. You can start to point your right toes. Maybe lift a little higher. Feel the back of the left leg opening and your right quad and right glute really working hard. Pull your arms by your ears. Last couple breaths. And then take your hands to your hips, carefully standing up. Bend the left knee. Set the right foot down. Inhale, reach to the sky, please. Exhale, take your last forward fold. Bend the knees. Draw your chest towards your thighs. Relax the neck. And then start to straighten the legs out, really activating that fold, pulling on the ankles as we've been doing. Rest for 2 breaths. And then inhale and lift up halfway. Let's take 1 more vinyasa. Exhale, step back into plank and lower down, chaturanga. Inhale into cobra or upward dog. 1 last time, opening the heart here. Exhale, down dog. And we'll bring the knees down to the mat. Cross one ankle over the other and just have a seat kind of in the middle of your mat. And we're going to come into boat pose, and then we'll make our way all the way down onto the floor. So take your hands behind your legs, relax the shoulders, lift the heart. You're pressing your sit bones down. Start to lean back just a little bit, and you'll already feel the abs working. From there, lift your feet off your mat. And then if you're able to, let go of your legs. You can turn your palms up. So hold here for a few breaths. If you'd like to work a little harder, straighten your legs. Reach the arms up. Take a big breath. And as you exhale, reach to your right. Inhale, reach the fingers up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to the left. 1 more time on each side. And then bend the knees again. Pull the chest towards the thighs, and then we'll roll down. You can take your feet to the floor and slowly roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. So rather than just collapsing, see if you can control this movement, working the abdominals 1 last time. Take your knees to your chest as you land. Get grounded here. Close the eyes. If you can, just wrap your arms all the way around your legs for a moment and just feel your body touching down, really getting grounded. letting go of your legs. Bring your arms by your sides, turn the palms down, and extend your feet up towards the ceiling. So we're gonna bring the body into a 90-degree angle here. Press your low back down into the floor, so that natural curve that tends to lift off the mat, glue it down. You'll notice you have to work the abs to do that. Touch the heels together, separate the toes so your feet look like a V. From there, inhale and lower your right leg, and exhale to lift it back up slowly. Keep that low back on your mat. Inhale, lower the left leg, and exhale, lift back up. Targeting the abdominals here. Let's do 4 more on each side. Move on the breath. Strong exhales to help you lift your leg up. Be aware of the muscles that are working, and then notice muscles that might be engaged that don't have to work, like the muscles in your face. Just let your face relax. Let your arms and your shoulders relax. And focus on the lower half of your body here. Legs and abdominals. Keep pressing your spine all the way down. We've got 2 more rounds to go here. Right, left, right, left. Last round. Finish with your left leg. And when you're done, come into happy baby. You'll bend your knees, reach down to catch the outer edges of your feet, or if you can't reach there, just grab the ankles and pull here, getting into the hips. If you'd like, you can try and straighten one of your legs out to the side. Hold for a breath there. And then maybe straighten out the other leg as well. And return to center. Close your eyes and take 3 more breaths in happy baby. If you'd like, you can rock from side to side if that feels good. Get very grounded here. And then let go of your feet and bring your knees back together, and we'll set the feet down on the mat. Hip width apart. See if you can touch your ankles with your fingers, and then rise up into bridge. Start by pressing your spine down into the floor, and then start to peel it up. Lift the hips as high as you can and reach your arms all the way back. Hold here for 3 breaths. So arms reaching back, your legs and your glutes are doing all the work here. Stay lifted. And then bring the arms back around, and you can interlace your fingers together now, making a fist on the mat. Walk the shoulders inwards and lift a little higher. If you'd like to challenge yourself a little bit more, walk your feet closer together, and then extend your left leg up. Kick to the sky. 2 more breaths. Switch out the legs. If you have your left leg up, take the right leg up and hold for 3 breaths. Last one. Exhale and take the right foot back down, and take 1 more breath in bridge, lifting as high as you can. Feel your low back opening. Undo the hands. Walk the shoulders back out and roll down as slowly as you're able to, 1 vertebrae at a time. And once you reach your mat again, draw your knees to your chest and squeeze. Get grounded again. This time lift your head and your shoulders up off the mat. Grab a hold of your opposite elbows and get into a tight ball. And then slowly lower yourself back down and bring your right foot to the mat and take your left ankle over your right knee. Press your left knee away. We'll come into prone pigeon. You can lift your right foot off the mat and reach around. Reach your left hand underneath your left ankle to clasp the hands around the right shin. Gently pull. Keep the feet flexed. Feel into your left hip here. Close your eyes. Just notice if this is one of your tight spots. And send the breath that way. Just watching the shift. Muscles slowly releasing breath by breath. Take two more. Maybe going a little bit deeper. You could even try and roll the tailbone closer to the floor. And then release your right knee, uncross, and take your right foot, your right ankle over your left knee. Lift the left foot off the mat. Both feet are flexed. Reach your right hand under your ankle, and then clasp your hands together. Gently pull. So you're looking for a strong sensation here. You do really want to feel something. And then let your breath support you in being there at that edge, in the fire. And watch your body respond. Just notice what's happening inside. And stay connected to the sound of your breath. That's your anchor. Let's take 4 more. Long exhales. Let the breath soothe the muscles, starting to move resistance and blockages out. Last 2 breaths. And as you exhale, let go of your left knee and uncross the legs. Take both feet to the floor. Take a breath. And then bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees open out to the sides like butterfly wings. Let's take the right hand to the belly and the left hand to the heart. Close your eyes. Begin to slow the breath down. Notice how you feel, body, mind, and spirit. Lift your knees back up, please. We're just going to take one twist here. Open your arms out to the sides. Drop both of your knees to the right. Turn your head to the left. Close the eyes again. And feel the back body opening up one more time in a twist. Shoulders are relaxed. Take your knees up and over, going to the left now. Let your knees be heavy. Turn your head to the right. And take 3 deep breaths. So starting to get heavy and settle your energy, we're going to untwist and make your way towards shavasana, taking any last adjustments that you feel like you need so that you're comfortable. When you're ready, you'll turn your palms up, relax the arms, the legs, close your eyes, and let's take in a deep breath in and hold the breath in at the top. And then make fists with your hands, flex your feet, squeeze all the muscles in your body, and then exhale and let go. And surrender. Breathe. Let go. And just enjoy this time for